with just a month left for his transitional presidency to come to an end, that is after the May 6, 2024 presidential elections, that will return the country to a constitutional order. The Chadian transitional president, General Mahamat Idriss Deby, is aggressively seeking to strengthen ties with his neighbours, especially the military transitional presidents of the countries making up the Alliance of Sahel States. General Deby, who is confident that he will emerge victorious in those elections as a democratically elected president, since he has no strong competitor, considering the fact that he oversaw the assassination of his fierce opponent in February this year, that is his cousin Yahya Dillo, is seeking to strengthen his friendship with the transitional military leaders, ahead of his assumption of the said civilian presidency, perhaps to insulate himself against an externally triggered military coup, once he has become a civilian leader. The same move coming at a time when there have been talks of Chad being the only remaining pro-West country in the Sahel region, going by General Deby's close friendship with the French President Emmanuel Macron, and his country's welcoming of French troops when they were leaving Niger, upon being kicked out of Niger territory, by General Abdurrahmani Tchiani, in late 2023. To achieve those strong ties with his military neighbors, ties that he will desperately need after May 6, General Deby recently deployed a delegation to Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, with a special message from him to General Abdurrahmani Tchiani and Captain Ibrahim Traore. The 39-year-old leader's delegation was led by the Chadian Minister of Economic Planning and International Cooperation, Mr. Mahamat Idriss, and in addition to rooting for Chad's support, as its candidate seeks the position of General Manager of the Agency for Security and Air Navigation in Africa, that is popularly known by its acronym as ASECNA, the delegation also passed his message to the military leaders regarding his wish to have stronger ties with their respective countries. Niger was their first stop, and as General Abdurrahmani Tchiani received him at the presidential palace, that is on April 2, Mr. Mahamat Idriss personally handed him the envelope containing General Deby's message, before commencement of the discussions. And after the discussions, which largely dwelt on bilateral ties and mutual cooperation, as well as the ASECNA candidacy, this is what the Chadian delegation had to say in a media briefing. The message is in relation to the subject of common interest, not only between Niger and Chad, but beyond. As you have noticed, I am accompanied by our compatriot gentleman, who is a candidate for ASECNA, which is an important agency in terms of air navigation on the continent. His Excellency the President received us. He assured us of Niger's support in the case of cooperation between the two brother countries of Chad and Niger. Chad has always put itself alongside Niger in difficult times, and Chad's support for Niger will continue in this period of Niger's emergence. Then in Burkina Faso, nearly a similar exercise was done, whereby, after landing on April 3, the delegation went straight to the presidential palace to meet Captain Ibrahim Traore, this time also carrying an envelope containing General Deby's message to the Burkina leader. Like his Nigerian counterpart, Captain Traore granted audience to the Chadian delegation, and after their discussions, this is what the Chadian minister had to say in a press briefing. For us, Chad's candidacy for ASECNA is above all a candidacy which is even beyond Chad. It is also a candidacy for the Sahel region, and I want to thank His Excellence the President of Faso for this unequivocal support. We also discussed bilateral relations between Chad and Burkina. As you know, Chad has always been alongside the Burkinabe people in the pursuit of this legitimate aspiration of the Burkinabe people for their economic and social development. His Excellence, the Head of State, General Mahamat Idriss Deby Itno, has charged us with transmitting this firm support from Chad to the Burkinabe transition. Anyway, considering the fact that Chad is not an ECOWAS member, and shares lots of socio-economic and cultural characteristics with Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso, would you like to see it join the Alliance of Sahel States, and become the fourth member, even as it goes back to civilian leadership in May? Leave your thoughts on this below, and don't forget to subscribe before leaving, because more updates on what's happening in the Sahel region are coming.